Hello and welcome to Bowlful of Brett. It is a great day. One of the best days, I might say. I was doing a casual stroll through Walmart where look what I came upon. Waffle Crisp. It has been far too long. So for those of you who are not familiar with Waffle Crisp, it first came out in 1996 as Waffle Crisp. And then in 2014, they came out with Good Morning's Waffle Crunch. Don't know why they changed it. They made the recipe slightly different, although it was almost the exact same, and it came in the big boxes at Walmart. And then in 2018, who knows why, they discontinued it. Well, it's back by popular demand in Walmart only, starting in 2021 and hoping for the rest of my life, because this is one of the holy grails of cereal. This is a perfect 10 out of 10, an 11 out of 10. It is such a good cereal. I remember the first time it came out, I remember eating it and it just tasted so much like syrup. It was just amazing. So, I haven't tried it yet with this new batch. I've never had it coming out of the bag. Hopefully it's the exact same recipe so my kids get to experience what I experienced as a kid. So, let's try it out. You have these fun tear-offs, which I mean, it is a lottery. If you get a clean tear the first try, you are just so lucky. This time I did pretty good. And then it has the resealable zipper top. The first initial opening for me is always kind of a little bit of a struggle. But I mean, we are off to a great start. The smell is there. If you've never had this before, there are these little squares, and I don't know how they make these. I have no idea. They're these little squares that look like a waffle, and then they have little holes throughout that go all the way through, so it's a legit waffle. It smells just like maple syrup. Let's try it out. Let's be honest. If this is half of what it used to be, it's still gonna get probably a perfect 10, but let's hope for the original recipe. Pour our whole milk on here. I'm pretty excited. Let's try it out. Welcome home. This is so good. Oh boy, this is so good. I am loving this. So good. So for those of you who have never been blessed enough to have tried Waffle Crisp years ago when it was out, let me tell you a little about it. The texture is unbelievable, out of this world. It starts out like an 8 out of 10 crunchy, which is the sweet spot of crunchy. It's a good crunch. Your mouth is not gonna bleed. You don't need to condition it for anything. You can just dig right in. No sog time required. It is the perfect crunch right out of the box. Or in this case, the bag. It tastes so much like waffles, it's spooky. It tastes just like maple syrup. They're a good shape. Effortlessly, I just fit 5 on my spoon. That's a great sign right there. They're so fun. They taste so good. The texture is so amazing. Oh, it is so good. Absolutely love it. It's back. The original recipe. I could not be happier right now. And then with whole milk, it's just so good. I will bet, back when these came out, back in 1996, I turned 9 that year. It was a good year. And I will bet I had it at least every other week until it went out of production in 2018. A lot of the times I'd have it every single week. It just all depends on how often my mom would buy it. And then once I got married, it was a standard. It was just a staple in my house. Let's go have some Waffle Crisp. Really, if you've never had this, you need to do yourself one of the biggest favors of your life and go buy some. We got this huge bag at Walmart. I think it was $5. I bought a lot of them just because I had to stock up. You never know when they're gonna cut production again. And I looked and they expire in December. Here we are in February, so it's gonna last a long time. And even after it's expired, I mean, expired Waffle Crisp is going to be better than 90% of non-expired cereal out there anyway, so you might need to stock up. One sad thing about the bag, and I'm fine with it, is the back of the box doesn't exist. They actually did a lot of work for this one, and they did print on the back of the bag. It's not very practical, though, to be eating breakfast and holding up a bag, but I mean, it could be done. But on the back here it says, I like hashtags because they look like waffles, but first, waffles. Waffles are pancakes with abs. They're waffleicious. I like you a waffle a lot. The taste of homemade waffles and syrup in every bite. I don't even care. I love this. It's just so accurate. I'm in such a good mood eating the cereal. It could be perfectly blank on the back and I wouldn't care. So any little effort they put to make it fun, I'm all for it. Growing up a waffle crisper, I had a great childhood, or a waffler, as us wafflers gotta stick together, that's what we call ourselves. If you're not a waffler, now's the perfect time to hop on the waffle train. It is so good. So let's rate this. I don't know what I'm gonna rate it against, just because, as I mentioned, this is the perfect cereal. But let's rate it anyways. Texture, perfect, 10 out of 10. Taste, perfect, 10 out of 10. It's one of the very rare cereals out there that tastes good and gets you full at the same time. It's hearty enough that you're not gonna need 40 bowlfuls of cereal. It can hang with the best of them as far as keeping you full factor. And so this is without a doubt a perfect 10 out of 10 cereal. I'm nearing the end. One of the unique things about this cereal is somehow, even though so much flavor bleeds out into the milk, each bite is just as good as the last. I don't know how they do it, I really don't. It's like some sort of witchcraft, but the flavor never leaves with the sog, which is so rare. But at the same time, it was my last bite, by the way, it is beyond amazing, the milk at the end. There you are, starting off your day essentially with dessert, and now you're gonna drink the milk, and it's like a dessert to your breakfast. And it's like a dessert within a little Inception dessert. Absolutely love it. Let's try it out. Oh wow, it is so good. It tastes like the best milk out there. So good, it's just enough maple syrup. It's not too much. I could probably drink a gallon of it straight because I wouldn't OD on it. But it's enough flavor that it adds something to the milk that milk needs. And oh my goodness, it was fantastic. Perfect 10 out of 10. Stop what you're doing right now. Run to Walmart, grab you some Waffle Crisp. If you haven't done so yet, be sure to like and subscribe, share it with your friends, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.